Hello and welcome back to the Marky channel with a slightly hungover host, but we don't need to talk about that. But one thing we do need to talk about is in the description right now is a link to my new channel that I keep blabbering on about, but there's a brand new video on there right now. Like, it probably will have been posted pretty much the exact same time this is getting posted. So after you watch this video, make sure you click the link in the description. Brand new video on the new channel. It's hopefully a funny video that you guys will really enjoy. And yeah, you can check that out if you want to. Also, I kind of wanted to ask a question that you can let me know in the comment section, but I've actually been debating of like whether maybe like changing up the videos on this channel a little bit, but not crazy amounts, okay? Mainly, I was thinking about maybe doing it in more of like a podcast format with somebody else and like talking back and forth about the topics, but like not as long as what a normal podcast would be. Let me know. Maybe I hate the idea. Honestly, I don't come up with great things, to be honest. But yeah, either way, today's video is going to be another topics video where we start with the smaller stuff and we work our way up to the bigger stuff. You guys know how this works. But as usual, when we talk about the smaller topics that people don't really care about, we got to talk about Jake Paul, right? Now, Jake Paul and Tommy Fury are having this like big fight or whatever, okay? They've been talking about for ages and it hasn't been signed for whatever reason. Well, it turns out we're getting pretty close, and I realize no one really cares about that, but the actual stipulations of the fight are a little interesting. So Jake Paul actually put the contract on his story, okay? And let me just read this out here. It's a bit strange, it's gotta be said. So I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit, but you can see it on screen right now, obviously. The first thing that is kind of noticeable is if Tommy Fury wins, Jake Paul will give him an extra $500,000. But if Jake Paul wins, Tommy Fury has to legally change his name to Tommy Fumbles instead of Tommy Fury, and he has to put it on like all his socials. When he get introduced to like the ring in his boxing matches, he's gotta be introduced as Tommy Fumbles. He is Tommy Fumbles for a year. Sounds like the worst deal in the world, okay? Like, how are you gonna let that happen? But it turns out Tommy Fury has accepted this.
Get that sent over to my lawyers ASAP right now and we'll get that looked at and sorted, because there's not a chance in hell you're winning this fight. You're leaving on a stretcher, you're getting knocked spark out, and as well you know it. Get it over to me now.
Now, here's the thing, okay? Obviously, I don't know who's going to win. None of us really do. But if I had to put my guesses on it, I think it's going to be pretty close. I think it is a bit of a 50-50. And the fact that he could have to legally change his name after, like, Tyron Woodley got the tattoo or whatever, Jake Paul is just embarrassing people at this point. And you can hate him all you want, but it is actually true. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you want to see that? Do you care? Let me know. Now, moving on to the next topic. This is something that actually got DM'd quite a few times, to be fair. And it's James Charles responding to claims that he was bullying somebody. Now, I believe the person's like a TikToker called Kenzie Ziegler or something like that, and James Charles is reacting to it. I haven't actually seen the clip yet, okay, so I don't know what he says. I don't even know what he said in the original clip, but we're about to find out.
Okay. Shh. Who do you think is gonna win?
Me, obviously.
She's convinced? Hey, you're never gonna win.
Right, now, first of all, I just want to check how old this Kenzie girl is, because she looks about 15. Okay, she's 17 right now. Is this her, Mackenzie Ziegler? I believe so, okay, right? She's 17 right now. This video, obviously, is probably at least, like, maybe, like, a year old. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Okay, she's a young girl is what we've worked out.
It's a beauty battle with myself and Maddie and Kenzie Ziegler, but it has recently gone re-viral because this person basically edited this together to make it look like I was bullying Kenzie the entire video, which did not happen. This TikTok alone has 7.3 million likes. It was also re-uploaded to Reels on Instagram. It got millions there, and to YouTube where it has 11 million views. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I have been getting literal death threats and hate comments from this video going re-viral for several months now, to the point where we literally had to take down the original YouTube video from 2018 because people were being so beyond negative.
I feel like that's what everybody says when they get backlash, by the way. Like, I get it, okay, you would probably have some horrible comments, but you should probably talk about like the actual incident before you start being like, oh, people have been really like mean to me because of this thing and whatnot. It's kind of like trying to get a bit of sympathy straight away when you address something. Maybe that's me, maybe that's just an unpopular opinion, but I feel like everybody does this.
But I really wanted to take some time to just give a little bit more backstory behind this, because this edit is not accurate at all. For example, okay, like the first line of this entire video is me asking the girls, who do we think is gonna win? And then over sad music, it puts me saying, you're never gonna win, to Kenzie. Hey, you're never gonna win. Which is not what happened in the original video. It literally asked, who do you think is gonna win? And Kenzie straight up says, I'm not going to. And my response was, you're never going to win with that attitude. Leave us a comment down below and tell me who you think won this challenge, Sister Maddie or Sister Kenzie. Hey, you're never gonna win. There you go, girl. You're never gonna win with that attitude.
Okay, yeah, right. So straight away, that isn't bad, is it? Let's be honest. Like, that has just been taken out of context. It's mad how much, like, context you can change with just, like, removing, like, 1 second of a video. But yeah, I saw nothing wrong with that, like, clip specifically just there.
Which is a very, very different response than how it was edited together. It was like a 25-minute video where all three of us were talking the entire time, but they pulled clips where me and Maddie were having a conversation and Kenzie wasn't part of it, so it looked like she was sad and being ignored. But that being said, when we originally posted this video several years ago now, there were a few comments that felt like I was giving Maddie more attention and didn't have the best questions for Kenzie and stuff. And this was a good learning lesson for me as a content creator, because at the time I was really, really good friends with Maddie. We had been talking and FaceTiming for a year prior to this, and this is actually my first time meeting Kenzie. So myself and Maddie had a really good established friendship. And
okay, right, we get what he's trying to say, right? He's basically saying that he obviously had already spoke to this girl a lot more and that maybe he didn't give this other girl attention, which obviously, regardless of who you knew, you should be giving both people the exact same amount of attention, not leaving someone out. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, to be honest. Let me know your thoughts down below. It's just a shame that he is attracted to children, eh? Right, moving on to the next topic. Can I just say legally, that's a joke, okay, James? Please don't sue me. I have nothing to give. Okay, now moving on to the next topic, okay? We have Trisha Paytas, who was talking about Shane Dawson's big return video. Now, obviously, this is interesting because Shane Dawson and Trisha Paytas used to be really good friends. Obviously, Shane and Trisha, like, fell out and whatnot. Trisha said a lot of things about Shane and basically said that he's, like, the worst type of human and that, like, he's a snake behind the scenes and whatnot, okay? They basically fell out and they weren't friends anymore. Obviously, also, there was the big thing about that trip where Jeffree Star wasn't so nice to Trisha and Shane Dawson's still friends with Jeffree and whatnot and Trisha didn't like that. There was a lot of stuff that happened, okay? And it looked like they weren't ever going to be friends again. But obviously this comes at a weird time, okay? Because Trisha at the time was on Frenemies, doing better than probably she ever has in her career, really, like in terms of notoriety. And it was probably quite an easy stance to take. Well, it turns out that since Shane Dawson has actually returned, Trisha's kind of changed her opinion a little bit. Now, this clip I'm about to show you is actually from Def Noodles. I couldn't find the original clip for whatever reason. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But yeah, this is from Def Noodles' Instagram, so the resolution's a bit weird. But yeah, let's see what Trisha had to say.
I was upset Shane got so many views, he needed to stay canceled. Here is my take on this. And like, honestly, again, I'm trying not to talk about people in general. I was like, I think everyone makes mistakes. I think everyone deserves to be forgiven. I feel like...
So straight away, we're going into a bit of a different Trisha than what we saw when Trisha originally spoke about Shane Dawson a couple of months ago after his cancellation, right? Like, straight away, she's like, yeah, everyone deserves to be forgiven. There's a different tune.
Everyone deserves second, third chances. And it's like, you, like, as a public figure, do you have to give that? No. If you don't like him, you don't like him. But, you know, he has something that is just very charming and magnetic, and people like him. And I think, again, like, no, who wants to put anyone in a dark place? Again, if you don't want to support him, I totally understand that. It's just like people with me.
Yeah, so one thing I do wonder is, would Trisha still have this exact same opinion if the breakup from Frenemies didn't happen? You know, after, like, Trisha wanted to get, like, a second chance after that whole shit kicked off, okay? Because that was probably, like, the worst we've seen Trisha react to drama in, like, probably, like, a couple years at this point, right? So would Trisha still have that opinion if she was still in Frenemies? I don't know, obviously. I would probably lean towards no.
People don't want to support me, and it's totally fine, but, like, I do believe, like, second, third, fourth chances, so.
Yeah, so there you have it, okay? We might see another Trisha and Shane collaboration. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if they become back friends again, because obviously Trisha and Ethan aren't friends anymore. Maybe Trisha needs to replace that and have Shane or whatever. Like, I can probably see it happening. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that's something that's gonna happen, or do you think this is just Trisha being mature? Who knows, eh? Let me know down below. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoy. If you did, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new as well. And the link's going to be in the description for the new channel. Like I said, there's a new video on there right now. It's just been uploaded as this video's been uploaded. And hopefully you find it funny, okay? I'm really, really enjoying that channel. So, yeah. Let me know what you think of it. And I guess until tomorrow, see you guys in a bit. Right, goodbye.
Unbeknown, MC, you can see it in my eyes. Every time I grab the mic, I swear I got hit.